Welcome back to Paddy's Golf Tips. Let's talk about the grip.
The winner of the gold medal and the champion golfer of the year is Padraig Harrington.
Probably the hardest thing to do in golf, but the most important thing. You cannot play good golf. Well, of course you can play good golf, but if you've got a bad grip, you're really setting yourself up for a struggle through the whole of your golfing career, and you're strongly limiting your possibilities. It's unlikely that you're ever going to become a good striker of the ball with a poor grip. So it is essential you work on your grip, no matter who you are. So there's lots of things to talk about, so let's get straight into it. So what we're trying to avoid, basically, we're trying to get the strongest grip that we can, because the club is swinging at a huge, we're swinging the club as hard as we can with a driver, and in impact, we're trying to pull it back up into us. We're trying to really hold on to that club, okay? So you want your fingers in the right place so that the club wouldn't be pulled around or twist. So what is that? Well, mainly, you got to learn to grip the club in your fingers. So I would suggest to everybody, okay, I'm going to show you this, grip it in your fingers without putting the palms of your hand on at all. Just get used to that. Okay, all of my fingers, nothing else on. And try and hold on to the club and just waggle it up and around, figures of eights, whatever you like. Only try and do that with your fingers, not anything else, okay? So I would say that's the start. Then, once you got your fingers on, then you put the pads and the thumbs on. So all in the fingers, pads and thumbs, okay? A traditional grip will have 2.5 knuckles there. This V kind of points just somewhere between the chin and the right shoulder. Nowadays, years ago, that right V pointed to that shoulder. Nowadays, we're probably a bit more neutral, and it's straight in the position that you would shake hands with the club, like so. Okay, so there's lots of ways to try and get the feeling of the right grip. Probably the easiest one is, a couple of things anyway, never grip the club on the ground. So never put the club on the ground, especially if you're learning your grip, and try and grip it. Because look, automatically I've gone up into the palm of my hand instead of the fingers, and that this has gone high because it's on the ground. If I was gripping the club, elbows into the side up here, you can see how much below there it has gone. It's natural to grip the club in the fingers at this point. It's actually hard to grip it in the fingers when the club is on the ground, because you want to lift this up so much. It's hard. So try and learn how to grip the club in front of you, elbows into your side. I think you will often see Hogan videos like that. So the grip is in front of you, all in the fingers, pads and thumbs go on. Another way to think about this is, if you were to grip the club and lift the club so the club is horizontal and your left arm straight, that's a strong grip. Remember, we need that hammering motion in the swing, believe it or not. That's a strong grip, okay? Strong in terms of my holding the club. Straight club, straight elbow. If you grip in the palm and you try to do that, so if I grip it up here high, to get the club straight, horizontal, I bend in my elbow. And it doesn't feel very strong. Where to get it that straight and that straight, I've got to get my hand and wrist into position. And remember this, there's nothing in the golf swing. People think, what squares the club face up in the golf swing? I could put that question out there and people would tell me, well, it's my hip turn, it's my torso turn, it's my arms being early or late, or I'm too quick from the top. All these thoughts about squaring up the club. No, all those things affect where your hands are, but your hands are the only thing that know where the club face is, and your hands are the only thing that square the face up. Everything else affects your hands, but your hands are the place or what square is. So you need to figure out a good grip, because it's the only connection to the face. The only way these two things are going to match up is with a good grip, okay? It's not your hip turn, it's not anything else, it's how good your grip is, and those other things then affect where your hands are at. Okay, so there's a great way of thinking about it. Another way of thinking about it is how you would grab things. If I was going to pick up a kettlebell, I would pick it up in my fingers. I would never pick up a kettlebell with my hand bent like this, trying to pick up a kettlebell, I grab it. Fingers first. So everything we do, if I'm going to shake hands, I shake hands this way. I certainly wouldn't be getting my palm in here. It's a finger, strong fingers. So if you're going to grab a door handle, fingers, turn. If you're going to hold on to something, if you're pulling from it, hopefully we're all doing pull-ups and things, you grip like that. You would never try and grip with your palms like this. You would grip that strong. So again, if I did that there, club face square, like so, and bring it back down, you can see how much it is away. And look, I can hold it in one finger. There. Whereas if you grip, palm grip it, it's slipping. So we've got to get those hands on. So if you can go buy the molded grip. You can go to Dick's Sporting Goods. You can buy a skills.com mold that sits onto your grip for $15 or $10, and just make sure you play around in front of the TV. A great tip I once got, Dewey Arnett, is good. He's passed now, but he was a great coach. If you're going to change your grips and you're a long-time player, if you're going to change your grip and you're a long-time player, it might help to actually change the physical grip because it's a new feel. While trying to change your hands on a club that you're used to can be quite difficult. So he always recommended, well, put some new grips on there. And on that, sometimes it's a great way to learn how to grip. I'm going to bring my assistant in with that towel. You don't even have to appear on camera, you can throw it. A great way to learn sometimes is ticking the grip. Make a big tick grip, and again, do your figures of eights. And then when you come back to the actual club with a new grip, it will feel, oh, that feels good. So that's a nice way of doing it. By ticking in the grip and then going back to your normal grip, it will feel more comfortable. The one key about changing your grip, it's very difficult to do with a golf ball in front of you. So you're better off learning to change your grip, maybe in the off season, sitting in front of a television. Then start by hitting a few chip shots, then a few pitch shots, then a few longer shots. It is really hard to just go, I'm changing my grip and going to the golf course. It's very difficult. Now, if you change your grip, so most amateurs have a bad grip because it helped them draw the ball once in their life. So they stood up and the ball went right, and then all of a sudden they decided, oh wow, I can draw the ball. That grip's actually, that's where the club head is with that grip. But they're there. And eventually, if you grip like that, you're going to start swinging like this, because otherwise the club will just completely smother it left. So when you change to an orthodox grip, you're going to slice the ball. So I would recommend, if you're going to the golf course and you have a slice because of your new grip, or you have a slice for any reason, practice off a slope. If you can find a side slope where you can hit off that side slope, it will help you draw the ball. The slope will, as you're changing your grip. It's usually quite a difficult one. I know the grip is tough, but if you intend to play golf for your life, why not get the grip right to start off with? And without doubt, the best looking golfers are ones who have got a super grip and stand over the ball. You know, why not be the old Hogan? Look at that. Fabulous. Like if you turn up on the first tee like that, nobody will ever play you for money. If you turn up on the first tee like this, you'll have everybody wanting to tee up against you. So pick your poison.